We are in a state of national mourning, as we should be. And the Democrats, they're so despicable. The Democrats are not lifting a finger to remember the well over 100 people that have died in Texas Hill Country. What you are not being told by the media anywhere is that the death toll likely would not have been as high if it wasn't for DEI. This Texas tragedy is just the latest example. It's not just incompetence. This is DEI working to undermine meritocratic institutions, and more people likely died than otherwise would have because of DEI. Let me prove it to you. In 2014, the Obama administration sued the Austin Fire Department, about 11 years ago, fire union, for supposed racial discrimination, resulting in a settlement. So the Obama administration was so worried that the fire department in Austin, Texas was racist, because, you know, when you're putting out fires, you got to make sure that you have a diverse fighting force. All jokes aside, well, the pressure was on the city to prove its diversity credentials. So a few years later, they picked Joel Baker as their first black fire chief. He announced right away that promoting diversity is one of his top priorities. They brought him in from Atlanta, and his priority was not putting out fires or being prepared for floods. No, his priority was to make sure that the fire department was blacker. Play cut 347.
This two-time fire chief wants to make a difference in the growing city of Austin and tells us he wants to start by bringing in more diversity.
It's important that the Austin Fire Department, as much as we can, reflect the community in which we serve.
But when you hire people based on race, you're not hiring based on skill. So right now, Baker is facing a vote of no confidence by his union for, this is the key, for denying the pre-deployment of resources to Kerrville, Texas. Now, Kerrville is in Texas Hill Country, which is west of Austin. Austin has a monster fire department, and so his union, they wanted to pre-deploy resources to Kerrville, Texas. But Baker apparently didn't act because of budgetary concerns. Well, the only problem, the Austin Fire Department is fully reimbursed by the state of Texas for such deployments. They tried explaining this to him, but he didn't quite comprehend the idea of reimbursement. I don't think he knew the word reimbursement. They sat down, they said, sir, this will be reimbursed. And according to reports, he didn't understand it. The head of the Austin Fire Union, this is not me making up, said, quote, I explained the reimbursement process to Chief Baker last week, and he failed to understand this very simple concept. You have to also wonder, there's another piece of tape here that we're going to play of the Democrats also saying that Camp Mystic was too white. Literally, they said, oh, Camp Mystic was too light. Other Democrat influencers are laughing and making light and fun of this online, saying, well, all those Christian girls praying to Jesus, Jesus didn't save them. This is the state of the wretched status of the modern Democrat Party. But the Austin Fire Association has said that the fire chief Baker denied pre-deployment 2 days before floods began. So they knew this flood was coming 2 days before. Kerrville is not a major city. It's growing, but it's not a major city. And this is not random people accusing this DEI fire chief. Could we put a picture of him up on screen? This DEI fire chief, that guy right there, he runs one of the biggest fire departments in Texas and one of the biggest in the country. His own firefighters are accusing him of not understanding a very basic concept called reimbursement. His own fire union is accusing him of this. Let's trace this back. This all started with the Obama administration. Obama sued the Austin Fire Department saying, you guys are too white. We're still facing the consequences of his disastrous DEI push. And we here on the Charlie Kirk Show are one of the few programs that are actually covering this. And let me say this as clearly as possible. The death toll reaches at least 119 in the Texas floods, with 173 missing. This will be one of the deadliest flooding incidents, catastrophes in the modern era. How many people unnecessarily died because of DEI? Well, you can rest easy, because they say diversity is our strength. And now those little girls are dead. Those families are without their daughters. But hey, You have a black fire chief in Austin. You should be happy about that.
'Cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away.